Welcome back to the ultimate combat simulation. What happens when the unparalleled speed and philosophy of Jeet Kune Do collides with the explosive athleticism and undisputed swagger of world karate champion Jim Kelly? It is the ultimate 1970s martial arts reunion, but this time there is no script and no director. Who survives this legendary clash of titans? Let the simulation begin. Most people know Jim Kelly as the effortlessly cool martial artist who lit up the silver screen in the cinematic masterpiece Enter the Dragon. But long before Hollywood came calling, Kelly was a legitimate, terrifying force on the tournament karate circuit. Born in Paris, Kentucky, Kelly was a gifted all-around athlete who excelled in football, basketball, and track and field. However, his true calling was found in the discipline of Shorin-ryu karate. Combining his elite, explosive, fast-twitch muscle fibers with the rigid, powerful strikes of traditional Okinawan karate, Kelly created a style that was incredibly athletic and highly dangerous. He moved to California, opened his own dojo, and began dismantling the competition. In 1971, he proved to the entire world that his skills were not just for show, winning the prestigious International Middleweight Karate Championship. He was tall, he was incredibly fast, and he fought with a supreme, unshakable confidence that intimidated opponents before a single strike was thrown. Jim Kelly was not just a movie star, he was a highly decorated martial artist with genuine knockout power. Standing across from the American karate champion is the godfather of mixed martial arts, the man who forever changed the landscape of hand-to-hand combat, Bruce Lee. Born in San Francisco, but raised in the chaotic streets of Hong Kong, Lee was not interested in point sparring or tournament trophies. His foundation was forged in Wing Chun Kung Fu under the legendary Grand Master Ip Man, tested strictly in illegal bare-knuckle rooftop fights. When Lee returned to the United States, he realized that classical martial arts were too rigid and predictable for real combat. He stripped away the cinematic flourishes and the traditional forms, creating Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist. Bruce Lee's philosophy was built purely on biomechanical efficiency, blinding speed, and the ability to adapt instantly to any opponent. Beneath his philosophical demeanor was a fiercely dedicated, ruthless innovator whose physical conditioning, striking mechanics, and explosive power were decades ahead of anyone in the world. What legends say? If the greatest minds in martial arts history were to break down this hypothetical superfight, the analysis would be deeply divided. Joe Rogan would immediately focus on the physical attributes. You have to look at Jim Kelly's frame. He was an elite athlete first, a karate champion second. He has a massive reach advantage, and those high roundhouse kicks were insanely fast. Bruce Lee is the pioneer, but Kelly's size and athleticism make this incredibly dangerous for Bruce. Chuck Norris, who actually trained and sparred with Bruce Lee, would offer a unique perspective. Jim was a phenomenal tournament fighter with incredible timing, but fighting Bruce was like fighting a shadow. Bruce didn't fight with a rhythm that traditional karate guys could read. He would intercept your attack before you even fully committed to it. Michael Jai White, a modern martial arts scholar, would look at the mechanics. Jim Kelly fought with a very wide, bladed stance, relying heavily on his lead leg and straight punches. Bruce Lee's entire Jeet Kune Do system was designed to destroy that exact stance. Bruce would target that lead leg with oblique kicks to completely neutralize Jim's mobility. How did Jim Kelly prepare for a fight? To prepare for a high-stakes battle, Jim Kelly's training camp would be a fusion of intense athletic conditioning and traditional martial arts repetition. Unlike many martial artists of his era who only practiced forms, Kelly treated himself like an Olympic sprinter. He ran track to maximize his explosive burst and cardiovascular endurance. Inside the dojo, Kelly would spend hours perfecting his Shorin-ryu techniques. He would stretch relentlessly, achieving the elite flexibility required to throw his signature, lightning-fast high kicks to the head with absolutely no warning. Kelly believed heavily in sparring, testing his timing and distance management against multiple black belt opponents. His preparation was focused on exploiting his physical advantages, using his superior reach to keep opponents at the end of his straight right hand, and utilizing his incredible foot speed to dart in, score a devastating strike, and angle out before his opponent could retaliate. He prepared his mind by cultivating an aura of supreme, unbothered confidence. How did Bruce Lee prepare for a fight? Bruce Lee's preparation for a fight was a terrifying obsession with human biomechanics. He did not train to score points. He trained to inflict catastrophic damage in the shortest time possible. His cardiovascular routine was grueling, running miles daily while incorporating interval sprints to ensure he never fatigued. Bruce was a pioneer of functional strength training. He avoided bulky muscles, instead focusing on isometric exercises, heavy forearm curls, and the dragon flag to build an unbreakable core. He conditioned his knuckles on a makiwara board and used heavy bags to perfect the kinetic chain of his strikes, ensuring that power was generated from the floor, through his hips, and out through his fists. Bruce's sparring was full contact, utilizing customized protective gear long before modern MMA existed. Mentally, he trained to achieve the state of formlessness. He conditioned his reflexes to react without conscious thought, ensuring that when his opponent flinched, Bruce had already landed the counter-strike. Analysis. Physically, this is a fascinating clash of frames and styles. Jim Kelly is the naturally larger man. He is taller, holds a significant reach advantage, and possesses the elite fast-twitch muscle fibers of a track athlete. His tournament karate background means he is a master of distance management, firing long, straight punches and deceptive high kicks from the outside. Bruce Lee, while smaller, is a tightly coiled spring of pure kinetic energy. His hand speed is simply unmatched in human history, and his footwork is heavily influenced by Western fencing, allowing him to close the distance in a fraction of a second. Mentally, Kelly fights with swagger and rhythm. He wants to dictate the pace and look good doing it. Bruce Lee fights with water-like fluidity and brutal pragmatism. He has no rhythm, making him impossible to time. The defining factor of this fight will be the distance. Can Jim Kelly use his long limbs and karate footwork to keep the dragon at bay, or will Bruce Lee bridge the gap, trap Kelly's lead hand, and unleash a devastating barrage on the inside? Arena and fighting rules. To honor their iconic shared history, this simulation takes place in a setting heavily inspired by the underground mirrored courtyards of a 1970s martial arts fortress. The arena is an ancient, dimly lit martial arts hall in Hong Kong. The floor is polished stone, and the walls are lined with traditional weapons. There are no referees, no point-scoring systems, and absolutely no time limits. The rules are strict, no holds barred. Both men fight bare knuckle. Jim Kelly wears his classic yellow and black martial arts uniform, while Bruce Lee fights bare-chested in his traditional black kung fu pants. The heavy wooden doors of the hall slam shut. The tension in the air is razor sharp. Jim Kelly stands tall, adopting a wide, bladed karate stance, his hands held low with supreme confidence. Bruce Lee bounces lightly on his toes, dropping into his iconic, fluid Jeet Kune Do guard, emitting a low, piercing battle cry. Kelly initiates the action. Utilizing his explosive athleticism, he lunges forward, firing a lightning-fast straight right hand, followed instantly by a soaring roundhouse kick aimed directly at Lee's temple. The speed is incredible, but Lee's reflexes are supernatural. Bruce leans back just a fraction of an inch, letting Kelly's foot whistle past his face. Before Kelly can plant his leg back on the stone floor, Bruce steps in and delivers a punishing oblique kick to Kelly's supporting knee. Kelly winces but maintains his composure, using his footwork to circle away. He realizes he cannot trade single shots. Kelly feints low and unleashes a furious combination of traditional Shorin-ryu strikes, backing Bruce up against the stone wall. Kelly lands a glancing back fist to Bruce's cheek, drawing a thin line of blood. Bruce Lee touches the blood, tastes it, and his entire demeanor shifts. The bouncing stops. He becomes water. As Kelly steps in for a devastating lead sidekick, Bruce employs the core of Jeet Kune Do, the intercepting fist. He does not block. Instead, Bruce slides forward on a 45-degree angle, slipping past the kick, and brutally traps Kelly's lead arm. With Kelly's defense momentarily neutralized, Bruce unleashes a blinding flurry. A devastating back fist, a crushing hook to the ribs, and a sweeping leg reap that completely takes Kelly's legs out from under him. As Kelly falls backward toward the stone floor, Bruce Lee anchors his feet, shifts his hips, and delivers a catastrophic full-force straight punch directly into Kelly's chest before he even hits the ground. The sheer kinetic impact echoes through the ancient hall. Jim Kelly crashes onto the polished stone, completely incapacitated. The winner. The ancient hall falls into a dead silence. Bruce Lee stands over the fallen karate champion. His chest heaves rapidly, his muscles tensed like steel cables, but the primal aggression fades quickly. Recognizing the immense skill, athleticism, and warrior spirit of his opponent, Bruce steps back, brings his fists together, and offers Jim Kelly a deep, respectful, traditional kung fu bow. In this legendary simulation, the winner is Bruce Lee. While Jim Kelly's elite athleticism, reach advantage, and sheer explosive Shorin-ryu kicks made him a highly dangerous threat from the outside, Bruce Lee's supreme adaptability proved to be the ultimate weapon. Once Kelly's timing was downloaded, Bruce utilized his fencing footwork and Wing Chun trapping to bridge the gap. By intercepting Kelly's attacks rather than blocking them, Bruce Lee neutralized the reach advantage and ended the fight with a devastating display of unmatched speed and biomechanical power. It's your turn. What a phenomenal display of martial arts mastery here in the simulation arena. The explosive karate and sheer athleticism of Jim Kelly met the water-like fluidity and blinding speed of Bruce Lee. Do you agree with this outcome? Could Jim Kelly have used his reach to keep the dragon on the outside, or was Bruce Lee simply too fast and innovative to be caught? Let us know your breakdown in the comments below. If you loved this nostalgic martial arts clash, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Also, let us know which legendary matchup from our community poll you want to see simulated next. Stay legendary.